Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello to everybody out there in TV land / YouTube. So this morning I got up with YouTube on mind, and I thought to myself, I came across this article yesterday because what happens is you can go to the FDA website, and here we go. The FSN Food Safety News website. And so this came in yesterday, well, 2 days ago. And it says 4 children infected with E. coli after attending Georgia fair. And so I thought initially this meant if you went to any Georgia fair, but as you read here, it's the Georgia National Fair, and I found their location over here. They're almost like in Macon. Macon is right here, and they're right there. So that's kind of a Warner Brothers, oh, I'm sorry, Warner Robins area. But let me read this first. Georgia state health officials are investigating whether E. coli was spread at the Georgia National Fair held earlier this month. Officials with the Georgia Department of Public Safety said they have confirmed 4 cases of the illness among children who were at the event from the 7th through the 17th of last month. News outlets report 3 of them are now hospitalized, so this is very serious. E. coli is a bacterium that can cause diarrhea, cramps, nausea, and even kidney damage in some severe cases. It can be passed in several ways, like eating raw vegetables and uncooked ground beef. It can also be spread person to person on unwashed hands and surfaces, or by touching animals at petting zoos with the Georgia National Fair. Because I guess they also have pets there, like a pet zoo. So the Department of Public Health and the North Central Health District are working with fair staff to determine how the children became infected. We are hoping we don't see any more cases, but we encourage anyone that feels like they may have been infected to contact their primary care physician. And then it says, now there's the online survey that they want folks to take to help them pinpoint the cause. So anyone who went to the fair can fill it out, even if they didn't get sick after the event. State epidemiologists are working to determine what could have caused the outbreak by comparing activities between those who became sick and those who did not. It takes some people with a mild E. coli infection a week to recover, but young children, elderly adults, and people with chronic medical conditions have a high risk of a severe illness or death. So now the Georgia Central Health District and Department of Public Health, they're working with the staff at that National Fairgrounds in Georgia and Archie Center. They have aquaculture there to invest the E. coli in attendance of the Georgia National Fair. That says all 4 confirmed patients are children that reside in the counties across the state of Georgia, and 3 of these cases have been hospitalized. Unfortunately, of the 4 cases, 1 have been confirmed to be a E. coli, a specific one with the 0157:H7, Hotel 7. Testing of other patients is ongoing. Now the epidemiologists are just beginning the investigation, moving forward. Let me make sure I pronounced that right. I think I did, because I will mispronunciate my words. Epidemiologists are just beginning the investigation. Moving forward, the investigation will include case identification, laboratory testing, community surveying to assess risk factors, source of infections, and more. Anyone that attended the fair can help by completing the following survey. All information provided will remain confidential in accordance to HIPAA practices. Information will be used to investigate and determine what could have caused the illness and comparing activities, as they said earlier in the message. Now, if you want to sign up, you can click here and put your email here. So I'll leave a link so that if anyone wants to have emails from Food Safety News, they can. And so to show you the survey, it looks like this. It says Perry National Fair 2021, and it's just asking you your demographics first, the date you went, any illness or symptoms in this section, animals, was you around the animals, and which types of animals, did you wash your hand or use hand sanitizer, any comments, any kind of food you ate, thank you, and then you have your free text box down here where if you want to put in any additional information, you click save. And I think like once you start filling all of this out, it'll give you, it'll probably say versus save, it'll probably say submit. And they just want to pinpoint what's going on. Now, if you want to ask me my personal opinion about this right here, the Salmonella, because we're hearing that a lot, I believe it's because of the climate change or what people know as global warming or greenhouse gases. So the earth naturally would be cold if we didn't have greenhouse gases. However, we can have too many, such as from cars, you know, when cars are too many cars on the road. And I say a lot of that is just from this new awakening of the black rappers, you know, the Pookie and Ray Ray types of black celebrities, rappers, and athletes, the professional athletes. They're behind, it looks like human trafficking. Human trafficking, my definition of it involves any kind of trafficking illegal. So that's like human, sex, drugs, that's trafficking, human trafficking. But I think it's the global warming is because, you take a Pookie to Ray Ray, you could, now I've never been fortunate to have $1 million, especially at one point in time, like just all at once, because who knows, I'm 40, been working since I was 20, maybe, over my lifetime, maybe I made $1 million, but just to have it all in your hands, all at once and plus, and then, multi-millions. But I can tell you I might mess up the money a little bit and, be on a plane somewhere where I ain't got no business being, need to go sit down at the house somewhere and homestead, stuff like that. But it looks like these celebrity Pookie, Ray Ray rappers, professional athletes, blacks, they're doing a lot of human trafficking. So that involves like stalking people, preying on people and hunting down folks in cars. And I think they look for places where ladies are, which is shopping facilities or marketplaces like Walmart, discount stores and stuff like that. We trying to pick up groceries. They're around there stalking folks. And they could do so much. We could go over that on another video. But it's climate change. Climate change and stalking. I know another thing they do at the grocery store is they say stuff like they'll take the meats and they'll just leave them out, and that's another way of getting like these kind of foodborne pathogens that make you sick, or they could hospitalize you, even worse, where they're around there playing with people's foods. And then they're driving around and around and around and around in the same neighborhoods. And that's why when us women, we go outside, we feel a little foggy, a little, a little weirder. And those transgender women also may feel it if they're taking, I think was it the hormone therapy. They may also feel the sensitivity to the environment. So the smog is the biggest contributor to the climate change, meaning the greenhouse gases trapping the heat so that we can have warm spots and warm seasons. Otherwise we would be cold. This would be a cold planet, but then we could have too much of heat traps, for example, from like the cars. So anybody that can limit their driving, that's the big thing, because like that's bigger than like whatever you're doing at the house. If you're running like a lot of appliances and whatnot, they're saying that's contributing to the climate change. And if we don't fix it or stop what we're doing to allow the earth to naturally balance itself out, which is the good news. I was aware during elementary school that if we don't do something about the earth, then we could be living in a very toxic place where it's something you see in those sci-fi movies where we have to have like astronaut suits or just to step outside to get the mail. And so people out here don't care. They have money. They're kind of like, well, it's not going to happen in the next 50 years. What do we care about it? That's the problem. It's invisible. It's called invisible harm, where we can't see it. We don't want to wake up one day and boom, we can't see through the air. So we have to, be conscious that eliminate driving if at all possible, because the stalkers got that down. Delusional stalkers got that driving stuff down pat. So, if they don't get a hand on that, we're going to be in a lot of trouble if they don't stop doing all that stalking stuff. All that stalking stuff is causing climate change. All right. Now, so I was like, well, where is this Georgia National Fair? I don't believe I've been to it, but look, they got water. It looks nice, right? All that parking back there. So went over here, grab the address, just left click, and then go to search. And I clicked on directions and I got this part right here. And so if I blow this up some, we can see on the map what it looks like. I don't know if people like looking at maps. I just wanted to show a neat little trick I found. You know how you might want directions and you want to know before you use your phone or whatever. You come here and you can see like the area, but you grab this guy, you drop him. Well, I didn't drop him right. Let's do it again. You drop him right here. Okay, he doesn't want to drop for me. Let's go in a little bit more. It'll take us to see the inside. That we got an inside. That I didn't think that was going to happen. Well, this is part of the fairgrounds. They have what you call these stadiums. See if I can zoom out and then drop. Nope, it's keep taking me back to the dog thing. Let's try it again. All right, so this is outside of it. You come in. It looks like, it kind of looks like a kind of like Six Flags a little bit when you have to cross this part, but then when you get right here, it kind of looks like the flea market. I don't know if anybody like flea markets, and then we see the water right there, so that's interesting. So, but this is in Perry, Georgia. That's the National Fairgrounds, and I believe that's all I have for you guys today. Also, a lot of people may say, well, what exactly is E. coli? So if I highlight it, right click, scroll down to search, it'll pull up my Google search where it says, okay, what are the first signs? How does the person get it? It says you can get E. coli, and this is from healthlinkbc.ca. I think that's Canada. But it says here you can get E. coli infection by coming in contact with feces or stools of humans or animals. This can happen when you drink water or eat food that has been contaminated by feces. So that's a lot to process, guys, at the fairgrounds. So there you have it. The other thing I wanted to show you was this one that came in 2 days ago as well, about chicken poisoning. So it says right here, petition was filed a year ago on behalf of these folks here. And then these are the towns. Like this one is in Africa. That's the state. And so it's saying like Salmonella in chicken. And like this to give you cramps and stuff, but it's the bacteria that lives in the intestine tracts of animals and birds. And it's usually associated with poultry, like chicken. What else? Chicken, turkey. Also undercooked eggs and dough, because you know you have to put eggs in dough. Well, some people may. Dairy products, fruits, leafy greens, raw sprouts, fresh vegetables, nut butter, and spread, pet foods, and treats. So salmonella is usually found on those kind of foods. And so they saying about 400 people each year die. One other thing it says here, if I go to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, we scroll down here and it says, how do people get infected with salmonella? It says that salmonella lives in the intestines of people and animals. People can get salmonella infection from a variety of sources, including eating contaminated food or drinking contaminated water. Now here's the big kicker right here: touching infected animals, their feces, or their environment. So that's like the chicken themselves or whatever, you know, people handling those, and maybe they poop where they, you know, eat, you know, naturally because they're animals. Or you pick that up and it kind of gets shuffled in with the food. Well, I'm just speculating. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I just want to show you that salmonella, all right, one thing is that it's connected to feces. And then you say, well, hold up. What about E. coli? E. coli associated with feces. So I say maybe by the next video we can take a look at it and find out, you know, deep down, like, what does this mean? So you know, we got poop in food or what's going on. But thank you so much for tuning in, family. Stay blessed until next time. Please share this with your family. Please comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, stay blessed.